okay, this is me trying something out. Really stupid. But I've had a few people tell me that I should cook and put it online. So, we'll see. Actually, I should probably turn this off. Because we have the dishwasher going and it's it out. So what I'm going to make is my infamous broccoli salad. So it's probably going to be hard to see everything I'm doing because I'm doing this on the digital camera. Take chicken, and I have taken a breast chicken and boiled it already. Poached it, really. And just kind of cut it up, shred it for the most part. This is actually a recipe I got out of a recipe book years ago that called for frozen broccoli, a couple different ingredients that I just kind of tweaked it and did my own thing with it. So it has become my signature salad. And I have several friends who have parties, and if I showed up without this, I wouldn't be allowed in the door. Like, seriously. It's really required. I'm actually having a few people over tonight for an impromptu happy hour, and I was bribing them to get them over here broccoli salad. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I probably should have had this chopped before I started recording, but that's okay. So I know a lot of people like to grill for the healthier option, and I get that. I just find that when you grill the chicken, you get a lot of little hard pieces on the end and stuff, where when you poach it, it's easier to shred and it's just easier. I don't know. It doesn't taste any different whatsoever. So I usually just do, depends. Like tonight, it's just going to be a bowl about this size. It's big. So what I would normally do for a bigger party, I would just get about, I don't even really, it's funny because I don't even really measure anything with this recipe. I just kind of buy it and go. Like I only have 3 small heads of broccoli here. I usually have about 6 or so to do for a larger pan of it. So I'm only doing 3 tonight, and I don't know if I'm really going to be able to catch this part on camera, but I think this is the key to doing this. And I only say this because I have friends that have tried to make it, and it's just not as good. No offense, I mean, tried. It's just not as good. It's the way I cut the broccoli, I think. It shouldn't really be given away unless you cook them. It almost comes out like a slaw for the most part. I don't like the broccoli to have big old chunks of broccoli. So I just take the broccoli, put it on the cutting board, and I just actually just start to cut it around and keep turning the broccoli. So it's just a weird way. Nobody ever told me how to make it this way. This is what I like to do. So this way you get it all shredded up really nice. And I don't use only the broccoli grounds. I actually chop up a lot of the spears too. And there's a lot of people who are snobs when it comes to broccoli spears. They'd rather have just the crowns, but you know, and it's good for you. Broccoli's good all the way around, so. Unless you're George Bush. None of us are George Bush now. Okay, so I did one, and I'm just throwing it over to the garbage disposal. Broccoli's always fun to put down the garbage disposal. Makes a lot of noise. We can edit that out. Okay. It's kind of boring. Usually I have music going and dancing around the kitchen and doing all of that stuff, which is what my little Nicole buddy found so interesting about me cooking. However, it's hard to hear me if I have the music going, so the entertainment portion will not be a part of this tonight. So, it actually doesn't take me long to do this at all. So, I used to, it's funny how I discovered this. I had a recipe book of all these salads, and I love salads. So, I made this for dinner, so I thought it was just going to be dinner one night, thinking it was that kind of portion size. It wasn't, for my ex-husband. And he loved it, and he's like, but, yeah, can't really make that as easy as I. We weren't married very long, but it became a very popular dish among us and his family as well. Alright, so I just cut up the broccoli and the chickens in there. And the next thing is an apple. Apple or two. You can actually, depends. For a bigger portion, I would definitely use two. Any kind of apple, whatever. One other thing I forgot to take out is lemon juice. Again, this wasn't a part of the original recipe. I like to, even if I'm just doing it and eating it right away, I like to put lemon juice on it, on the apples. It prevents them from browning, as is a pretty common recipe secret that most people know. But I just think there's something about the taste. I don't know. So I will mix them all up, and this is another little thing that I think makes it mine and that other people don't seem to do as well when they try to make it, is the size of the apples. When you cut them up, just have little pieces like this, little tiny pieces. Big chunks of apple, just doesn't go as well. It's funny because I've had people not know what they were eating, thinking that the apples are potatoes. But other people, that are like, oh, well, I make broccoli salad all the time too, and it's got cheese and raisins and stuff, and I've had those and they're delicious. But there's just something really unique and really different about this broccoli salad. So I cut up all my apples, I put lemon juice on them, putting them in here, and that is really it for the major ingredients. Next, I don't measure this piece of it either. Mayonnaise. And I'm using light because I'm watching what I'm eating, as well as my friends that are coming over, most of them. So I don't usually tell them that it's like that. I just kind of let them go because some of them get a little weird, like, oh, I can tell the difference between regular mayonnaise and light, and whatever. I just start dumping the mayonnaise in. Until it's creamy enough. So I don't measure it out. And put it in there and mix it around until it's the consistency that I like. In addition to the mayo, it's apple cider vinegar. Now I do have a few people that don't like the recipe because they don't like raw broccoli or whatever. Let me get my door. And I have somebody else who tried it and was like, there's something in it that I don't really like. The apple cider vinegar. She doesn't like apple cider vinegar. I think the original recipe called for like a teaspoon. I just dump it in. It probably ends up being about 3 or 4 tablespoons, most likely. I never really measured it out. I just continually taste it to make sure that it's okay. And that, my friends, is it. It's pretty much done. I do need to add a little more mayo. And I bought some. Put that in there. And always Hellmann's. I'm a total mayonnaise snob. I do not like Miracle Whip. I do not like Kraft mayonnaise. I don't like store brand mayonnaise. Mayonnaise needs to be Miracle Whip. Yes, I just like my makers. But I'm leaving it. Alright, so a little more mayonnaise. I'm at low fat now, so I'm sure that the girls will be like, yeah, this doesn't taste like it normally tastes, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. They're all watching the weight, so that'll be good. So now I've got the mayonnaise, and I think it could use a little bit more vinegar, just because I like it to be, I like that vinegar taste, I just do. One time I forgot to do the vinegar. I actually got to do it a couple times. So after a party and after a lot of cocktails were consumed, this is usually the 2 a.m. Breakout dish that I have to bring 2. One for the party and one for the after party. And we broke it out and it's like there's something missing. I'm like, oh, mother effer, I forgot to put in the apple cider vinegar. So we added apple juice. Worked out pretty well. Sweet taste wasn't completely the same, a little different, but it worked. And now finally, this is what that looks like so far. And if you have time, I like to take shortcuts. Should have bacon. I use turkey bacon most of the time, or lean bacon of some sort. When I have it in there, I just am going to eat tonight, and I'm just going to put on Hormel bacon bits. Be right back. Forgot to get those out as well. And no, I'm sorry, I'm using Oscar Mayer. Not that it really matters. I do use Hormel as well. I don't like Bacos, but if you are going for vegetarian options, you could use some kind of tofu chicken and Bacos. I was a vegetarian before, so I'm totally down with this option. And voila, this is it. I'm going to taste a little bit just to make sure. And I want to make sure I've got a piece of broccoli and a piece of apple and a piece of chicken and a little bacon. Fabulous. Really good. Girls will be here in a couple hours. I'll chill it. I personally like it better served cold. Some people like it room temperature. Totally up to you. But it is a fan-freaking-tastic salad. So, I have broccoli in my teeth now. But if you like broccoli, chicken, apples, perfect combo. Nothing you would think would go together. Fantastic. So, this is it. Hope you enjoy.